Hello everybody. I've been a bad boy. I've not been doing my TIE Fighter updates like I should. So we're going to have kind of an overall update. I just got up here and started working. Well, let's start with this part. I painted the interior of it. I don't know if I actually showed that or not. Let me drop the camera down because I can zoom and you guys can get a better view of things instead of that way, and the lighting's better. It's more true. I have daylight colored LED here instead of a yellow tint. And let me reach up to the camera and do a zoom. That's good. I painted the interior. You can see some holes on the sides. I'd cut holes for the engines. One of them picked up some red tint because this isn't the right fiber. This is a fiber from a toy. But I drilled holes for the fiber optic to go through here. Okay. And I'd already painted the fiber optic red. I also bloomed the ends of the fiber. Now I haven't done it on the ion cannons and the laser cannons in the front, so we will talk about those in a minute. Someone at Scale Model Addict told me that this ring wasn't centered properly. When I look at the bottom down here, the edges line up correctly. When I look at the top, it looks a little off. So I see where he got that from, and I think I know what the problem is. I think it's this part here is off a little bit, because when I look at the sides and everything lines up right. So I think this part's off a little bit, and that's an easy fix. I can pry that part off simply and just twist it a little bit. Okay, so there's this part. This part is pretty much ready for lighting, except for I got to re-drill the hole over here. I misdrilled it, so I filled in with some Aves. This is my extra Aves piece. It's still soft. Okay, next will be the front part. Here's the front part. Done some painting here. This is German gray. It's all Tamiya paints. This is, I forgot the color of it. It's the color calls that the kit actually gave. Okay? It's like a dark gray or something. Same as the interior color here. What surprised me is this gray color is light blocking. So, I don't have to worry about light blocking. The gray color works as a light block paint. Go figure. I'm happy with that. Most of it's going to be fibers anyhow, to be honest with you, and the fibers don't really shed light too wildly. Okay? Now, I could do some detail painting on this, but every reference photo I find says no to that. I've also painted the part here. Now, we need to talk about this part because I was doing some looking at references on the internet and came across a website with some very interesting comments about this part. For the miniature, that part was orientated like this. But for the filming, the TIE Fighter cockpit they used to film, the part was like that. So the question to me is, which way do I put the part? Well, most likely with the filming miniature. I mean, again, this is how they had it when you look at it through the cockpit. But I'll probably go with the filming miniature variation, which is what the cover of the box says, because this isn't the filming cockpit. Okay, I've got the holes drilled for the laser cannons. I have to fabricate them yet. They're going to be out of fiber. The fiber I'm using is 1mm fiber. I'm using this, and here's a spool of it. I'm using it for both the engines in the back and for the laser cannons in the front. One more thing, I do have some more fiber going into this. There's 6 total strands of fiber. I will show you that momentarily. Well, let me put all these parts back in their safe boxes. One interesting thing that I think all of you will find very interesting is that right there. I cut a mask for that. How did I do it? I used the top. The top is a perfect fit for the front glass. Strange, huh? And it's a perfect fit for the bottom. I'm going to have all the wiring going through the bottom. Already figured that out. So I'm going to do all the wiring, put the ship together, and then cut a hole in the bottom and thread it through the bottom. All right, now the star of the show right now will be this. Yeah, I was a bad boy and I did not show you guys any of that. I was not feeling well earlier today and I just got up here and started working. Okay? And I can see that's not quite centered, and that was epoxified, so that's going to be hard to deal with, but it looks like I fixed it. Okay? Here is the cockpit. Okay, the office, if you will. I have a few little things to fix on this, like that's breaking free, and I can't really have that breaking free. A little bit of super glue will fix that. The pilot and this part right here are epoxied on, as well as these. These are not glued, they are epoxied. Okay? And if I change the orientation here of the lighting, you guys can see if I get some light on that, it's going to look really good, and he's going to have a nice little red glow on him inside that cockpit. I just have to glue this brass plate back down a little bit. Okay? Now let's talk for a few minutes what's going on here. The pilot himself, I've shown him painted earlier. I did a halfway decent job on him, not a great job. Alright? The back wall, if I turn the lighting a little bit, you'll be able to see the back wall a little bit better. Has that reactor cover on it. There you go. Now, all the reference photos, and it was hard to find a color reference photo, showed it's pretty much the same color as the background, but it was metallic and the background wasn't. So I hit it with this. Okay? And it's just a gun metal colored model air paint. I just dry brushed some paint on it. The other thing the reference photos show are some hoses running around back there. And I may try to replicate it, I may not. Here is a hose I made, testing to see if I could actually make a hose out of Aves. And I'm going to zoom in on that a little bit more. Let's see if you can see it. Well, maybe we can get a bit more zoom out of this thing. There you go, you can see it there. You can see that I made a decent hose out of it. Now, what am I doing? Well, I bought this kit, and I couldn't for the life of you tell you where I got it from. Oh, yeah, I can show you too. So let me get this in there, and I'm gonna, there you go. There's the label. It came from Battlefield Berlin. The website's right there. You get a flat piece plate. I haven't removed the plastic backing off it, but that's okay. You take a piece of your Aves, and this piece is almost cured, so it's not going to really want to work with me. And I should zoom this back out a teeny bit, because you guys are not going to see anything if I leave it like that. Okay. You take a little piece of your Aves, you snake it out. Then you take one of the plates, which has these contour grooves on it, and you roll your snake between the plates. And you can see you get a contour on there. Alright, let's zoom that back in. It doesn't take much either, and a little bit of practice and you can get this down pretty well. And you can see it right there. Okay? It comes in many, many different sizes. You can make all sorts of different hoses with it. If you turn the thing after I've done it that way, and I run it this way now, you're going to get a very different pattern on the Aves. Okay? And again, this Aves is almost cured up, so it's kind of not working well. But you can twist this tile sheet many different ways and get many different patterns to appear on the Aves. And I bought this in Battlefield Berlin. I don't remember what it cost, and it was years ago. A guy named Max Brandt pointed it, sent me an email about it, and said, "Hey, that'd be cool." And I went, "Yeah, I think it would." And I watched a video. They have videos on YouTube over it. And yeah, I bought one. And it will make some pretty decent hoses, and the hoses are a little too thick right now, so I'm not using them. But anyhow, here's the cockpit. You guys got a good tight zoom on it right there. Just showing you what I've accomplished on it. I have some fiber to run in the back of that cockpit. I can do that tonight. The epoxy's almost cured up. Yeah, I would say the epoxy's cured up when I'm dropping it like that and it's not moving. So I can fix the issue here with the brass. And, well, all I got to do is install the LEDs and put this in and the wires, and I can seal the ship up. She's going to be done on time by the end of this contest. No doubt of that. So anyhow, everyone, I'm going to go. I really think I should just let this sit overnight without messing with it, to be honest with you. I'll just fix that brass and leave it up on the shelf, and I'll work with it tomorrow. All right, so let me get the camera where you guys can see me instead of an incredibly tight zoom of my work surface. So let me put everything away. Up next is I'm bringing BB in and we're working on Bear Guy for a little while. We got 2 weeks left. She's just got the arms and legs left. Just got the arms and legs left on Bear Guy. So she's going to get it done too. She's got to put the stickers on the face too, which is the part she's been looking forward to. So I'm going to get off here. I'm going to get doing something other than talking to you guys. And I will talk to you later. I look like some mad scientist from a B science fiction movie with these things on my head. All I need to do is figure out some way to implant this inside of my face, and then I really look like a mad scientist. All kidding aside, it's been one of those days. I'm just in a goofy mood. This is a TIE Fighter update. I have had something that has been taking me a long time to get straight, and it went straight today. So I can finally start doing the LEDs and the lighting on the TIE Fighter. And that's these fiber optics in the back. Now I'm going to drop the camera down here some. It's the twin ion engines in the back. They were vexing me, if you will. You know, like that certain white whale of fame. Those are fibers. They're a red. I put some Tamiya red on the end of them. Okay, you can see it from the side. I just dipped them in there a couple of times and let them dry. And if I put one over in the light, you can see they do light up, but that's a white light, and the red paint just doesn't work real well. But I wanted them to have that red light bulb look, because if you look at the studio model, it has a red light bulb look right there, and I got it. I achieved it. Now, onto the laser cannons. I'm going to do the laser cannons the same way I did these. They're just orange instead of red. Okay? But now that I got these working, I know I can do the laser cannons, and they are the same diameter fiber. I just got to figure out how to bend this fiber around now to where it's going to be in the stream of a red light. It's fairly large diameter fiber, and that stuff just does not like to bend. And you can't bend it too much too quickly, or you will ruin it. So I've got to figure out how to do this. It'd be great if there was no pilot compartment. Here, let's turn this around where you guys can see what I'm doing. If there was no pilot compartment, the fiber could bend like this and it would be a done deal. But there's a pilot compartment in there. The good thing is the ends of the fiber just really need to be, and I gotta be careful with them because of that paint. It'll just scratch the paint up. The ends of the fiber just need to be in the light stream for them to glow. They're not gonna need to be incredibly long. I'm gonna cut another one and just experiment with it. They're gonna have to twist around that cockpit. And that thing is not small. And when I put it in there, yeah, I'm gonna have to drill some holes to get that fiber to run through. I'm gonna have to drill some holes in the back of this thing, in the back of this, so that fiber can get in here. Because it's gonna have to snake past this somehow, okay, and up into the light stream. I'm really happy with how this came out. I also have to string the fiber in the back of this thing, but that's not hard. One of them's yellow, one of them's red. Red one is going to be really simple. I just bend, and they're small diameter fiber, so I can just bend it straight over. It won't be an issue. The big one's going to be the problem. Okay, but again, I'm really happy on how this turned out, because once that hits some light, it's going to look good. From the side, you can get a hint of it right there with just the light from the desk lamp illuminating it. It's going to look really good. All right, so I'm doing fiber goodness today. All the fiber is done. LEDs go in. I got the fiber done on the Cylon Raider today. So we're up next is the TIE Fighter's fiber. I have 4 more to string. Then I'm putting LEDs in. So this will go fast. Once the LEDs are in both of them, they're going to get done really, really fast. I'm also going to attempt to finish this guy for the contest. Yeah, it's a fuzzy glimpse at it. It's slowly focusing. But this will go in the all open category because it started months ago. Okay, that would be my AMC Gremlin. It's close to done. I just have to do some detail painting on the body. And, well, that's neither here nor there. I'm going to quit. This is it for the night. I'm going to clean up my mess and catch some Z's. And may the good humors be with me tomorrow. I'll talk to you guys later.